Hey guys, Teapot here. Now that I'm legally allowed to move and change my address, I'm going to go do that. But I don't really know what to tell my new roommates what it's like to live with me. So I thought that it would be a good idea to go ask my old roommates what it was like. And, you know, so my new roommates will have a general idea of what it's like and they know what they're getting into. So let's go find out what they have to say.
I was Phil's roommate. Freshman year of college, I lived with him for 9 months. It was probably one of the worst experiences of my life. No offense to him. He's probably one of the most uncleanly people as far as like all of his items, all of his personal belongings, you know. It's just like everything scatters on the floor and piles up about a mile high. Things rotted in our fridge that belonged to him that I never wanted to see or smell in my life. And I definitely witnessed that too. And I saw some horrible things, like some terrible things happen, and I just don't know what to think of it, really.
Living with Teapot is much like living with a puppy. It shits everywhere, it's really fucking messy, and you gotta take care of it all the time. Let's see, I'd have to take care of him on every day that ended in Y.
Alright, I'm Phil's roommate from last year, right before he got kicked out. He was a really good guy until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day. He was never in our room.
He kind of stayed for a sustained amount of time at the residence that I lived with. And I gotta say, it's fun. It's fun. And then I moved out, and the funny thing is he actually moved into the room I lived in. And that was crazy. Because I feel like if I had had a small child or a dog, they would have been lost in his room.
Like unholy, ungodly messes.
The room wasn't that big. Marcelo's the coolest motherfucker in the world. For being an asshole. A raging asshole.
Teapot can be a mess. Especially when we were moving out, you will never guess what we found in his fridge. It was atrocious. And it stunk really bad. Old food, it was bad. But other than that, there were many fun nights.
Let's tell him how fun it was to live with me. Tell him how fun it was to live with me. Tell him how.
Teapot trapped on the roof. And his dumbass did not leave the ladder so he could climb back down.
This is a guy you definitely want to stay on his good side. I mean, you don't want to get on his bad side. I mean, definitely learn what to say around him and know what you're talking about, because he will argue with you until the bitter end.
But ultimately a tale of redemption.
He's like a superhuman, really. He just like does things and like, I don't know, it's just like, how did he do that? He's like, I don't know, his stature and everything, you just don't know he's capable of doing the things that he does. It's creepy.
It was a very strange living arrangement, living with probably one of the craziest people of all time. He left a Chipotle burrito on the floor for about 2 weeks, buried under a pile of clothes. It tasted just as good after the 2 weeks. It fermented a little bit, but he liked it. Passed out in a trash can, literally,